Hello everyone, this is Lisa with Grace and Paper. It has been a long time since I have filmed a video. I haven't done a whole lot of crafting. I recently got back into it. I think I went through a down period where I didn't see a point in my crafting because I was thinking to myself in my crazy brain, what would I do with my journals? Because I didn't want to drive everybody crazy that I knew, giving them a journal, and most of them didn't use journals. So, but I recently kind of got back into it, thanks to my youngest daughter, and I made her a Christmas one. Totally forgot to film a flip through on it. But she loves it. She's doing the 25 days of Christmas with it and is joyfully filling that journal out every day. She has a new baby. He's 5 months old, and then she has her older son who's almost 5. So life in her house is fun. So she's enjoying that. But I decided for Christmas, as one of her Christmas gifts, to make her a journal to record this next year in her children's lives, or for however long this book lasts. So I didn't put a title on it. I figure she can do whatever she wants to the front. She's very artistic. I did put this book together myself. No, I did not film as I was doing any of it. I got in the mood to start crafting, and I just went for it. And it felt good. So I'm going to do a flip through so that I have record of it, and it'll help her to see the thought process and everything. I cannot, it's been a while, so I can't even remember where this book was, what it was. Can't remember where I got it. It was a thrift store somewhere. That's right, it was my thrift store, my local thrift store. I remember what it was. It was, hang on, I'm knocking things over here. It was a, what was the name of this book? It was Letters of the Century. But it had a really nice look to it. I like the neutral look to it. The material I put on the spine is very vintage material. This came from a dress that was my sister-in-law's. Way back when she was a teenager. My mother-in-law had made her the dress, and we had found it in the attic recently, and I was going to salvage as much as I could, and I washed it as gently as I could. The thing disintegrated. It had this as ruffles. It was a very 60s / early 70s dress. It had black velvety corduroy, and this as for the ruffles and parts of the sleeve. So anyway, I was able to salvage all of this stuff, and I thought it looked really, really pretty. So that's the spine. I'll get to that in a minute. Everything in here is, of course, scrapbook papers and vintage children's book pages. So this didn't end up the best. It's got some wrinkles to it. I had the wrong glue at the time and was very impatient and didn't wait on the proper glue. So that'll tell you that. I hope I'm still filming. I'm not sure because my battery low indicator went off. Anyway, so this came from a children's book I got at the thrift store. The front and back are both from the same book, and I just love the look of it. I did have to extend all of my pages, so I just paired them up with some paper I liked to just kind of go with it. The inside is just a nice khaki color, nice beige color. So like I said, I did pair it up, and I just used my little scissors that cut like that. I don't have any of the fancy edge punches. A lot of this is wood grain. I used a lot of wood grain look. Like I said, vintage children's books, some washi tape, some dot grid paper. Y'all please excuse the lighting too. It's evening. It's the only time I have to film, and the lighting is atrocious. Again, children's book. They're not all vintage children's books, but they're all thrifted children's books. This is just some paper I had. I think I can't remember where I got that from. Probably a thrift store. Scrapbook paper. This is some old ledger. And all of this in here is naturally aged or is originally the color it is. I didn't have to tea dye anything in here. This is a children's music. Came from a children's music book. Some older notebook paper. This is a very old, was a crafting book. And so I just took a page from it. I like this little drawing, but left it where she can add stuff to it if she wants. The washi tape is just a funny thing. We both love this washi tape. It came from the Dollar Tree, but she loves the llamas, so I thought I'd put that in there. Left a few random snippets of paper. She can glue this down if she wants and make a pocket. Or knowing her, she'll do something creative with it. She always does. I have a bunch of these little saying snippets, and so I glued that on there. All the world's a stage, which is really good because her oldest son, he is quite the character, and he is dressing up as something. He is pretending to be something all the time, so that is just perfect for him. Loved this page. Loved it. I think that's the book that the covers came from. Fern Hollow. It's quite possible. Can't remember. It's been a while. This is from an old agenda book. And it's the dot grid stuff, which she loves messing with. This is from a very vintage Woody the Woodpecker book. It was falling apart, and I just took the pages out. He loves Woody the Woodpecker. I know that's an older style cartoon, but he loves it. He thinks it's hilarious. So I've sewn a page of that in there. Another part of that page. Yeah, this was the same page as the end pages. Made a little pocket here out of this in my youngest grandson. His first name starts with the N. And I just put a little bit of scrapbook paper on the back from extra journaling. This is the other piece of that, and I did glue this down and make a pocket. And it had these little children's cards, playing cards. I just thought they were cute. Back to the drawing board. Her oldest son also loves to draw and is drawing something all the time, pretty much every day. That's the other half of that ledger book. I got given this in some Happy Mail, and I just thought it was cute to add in there. Not sure what all they made it from. Looks like some map and some book. It's just really cute. This is the second signature. I love this little card. I just thought it was really cute. So I just kind of stapled that in there. More of that small ledger. Another children's book. And I just had this little envelope, so I glued it in there so she can use it to tuck some mementos in or pictures. Love this vintage children's music book. Love the artwork in it and everything. And that's very, very accurate. Very good for my middle grandchild, and that's her oldest. Because he is marching, stomping, running, playing. He's just such a little boy. And he loves dinosaurs, so, you know, there you go. Triceratops. And I put a little bag on the back of it. Love all this wooden paper. I got a big pack of it from somewhere. I can't remember. This was from a very old book I had. And I had to really treat it carefully. I had to back it and everything to because it was going to just disintegrate. So I just left it where she can add a little something on the back of it if she wants to. Again, some washi tape. Made a pocket out of this. I had this little bookmark from somewhere, don't know where. So I just backed it with something she could scrapbook on or a journal on. Tucked it in there. More of the dot grid. This is from a children's book that had a bunch of different stories in it. So it's Brer Rabbit, Brer Fox. Just really, I love the artwork in it. Love the artwork. pandas. I should have all kinds of vintage and older children's books, and I love using pages out of them. Love this dragon. I thought it was beautiful. Can't even remember what that story was. This I pieced together. It was a piece of the scrapbook paper, and then I added on this page, and it folds out. Just a children's book from just a couple little short stories. We love foxes, so I thought it was good to put in there. Gives her some additional space to scrapbook and journal. I love this paper. Y'all, please forgive me if I sound croaky or cough, because I had the flu about a week and a half ago, and it's taken me a little while to get over it. This came from some kind of card game I found at a thrift store one time, and I got it just for the artwork in it, because it was all beautiful like this. Absolutely gorgeous. So I just added it on, and where it sticks out, I just put some wide washi tape on there. Another old children's book. I'm not even sure what story it was, but I loved the artwork. Her husband loves to go hunting, and her oldest child is eagerly awaiting the day he can go with his daddy and go hunting. Very vintage children's book. It was a baby bear book, but I can't remember what the story was. It was just really, I love the vintage artwork. Don't you love that? Isn't it great? Love the plaid. Her family loves flannel shirts, all of them. And you have to learn to crawl before you can walk. So, you know, her littlest will be learning to crawl pretty soon. So that'll be a good place to put some pictures. Love this. Isn't that great? I tried to do a variety, a mixture of pages. Well, we all know what story that is, don't we? But I tried to do a variety of pages and art styles and more Woody the Woodpecker. Kind of along the lines a little bit of Johanna, if you've ever seen any of Johanna's journaling on YouTube. She's fabulous. I don't know where she gets all her lovely papers. They're all, like, they don't all match, but they all go together and they all look fantastic. So I kind of drew my inspiration a little bit from her. Nowhere near as good, but I do love it. We love the fox paper. More of that. I added this little playing card. It's a really pretty little playing card set with the birds on it. But my little grandson, he liked the puffins. So I thought that was cute. And some little playing game money. Just for the heck of it. And I loved this little card. This little thing. It's just precious artwork. Loved it. Just stuck it in there. I fussy cut this little frog out and put him on the back of this little card. Yeah, it's just a little piece of paper, I think. Yeah. So that she can make the pocket on this side, and I just tucked in some paper to show her it's a pocket. More of that baby. Maybe that's a Goldilocks. I'm not sure. Nope. Yep. Goldilocks. Very old one. But isn't the artwork precious? I love it. I had this sack. Don't know where I got it from, but I thought it was really cute. So I stuck that in there and just put an old card on there. Put her a little paper on the back so she could journal in there. Love that. Can't even remember where I got that from, but I thought it was cute. This is from an, I don't know if it's Japanese or Chinese, but it was like an agenda book. It was really cool looking though. This is from The Little Engine That Could. I've read that story so many times to my grandchildren. I just really dug into my scrapbook paper collection and used a bunch of different kinds. Puppy love. They have a golden retriever that they love very much. He's not your normal golden retriever. He's kind of a neurotic, nervous golden retriever, which is not normal. I should put this little card on here because her oldest child loves rockets and things like that, and spaceships, and always has. And here's the other half of The Little Engine That Could. Very colorful. Very vintage book again. You can tell by the artwork. But I thought it was just precious. Just put her little paper on the back where she can stick something on there if she wants to. Made a pocket out of this. And stuck in this little card I had. I just thought it was cute. The other half of that, I think it's Japanese agenda book. Now, doesn't everybody know that one? Yeah, Big Red Barn. That's what that book came from. It was a book called The Big Red Barn. More of this very vintage children's book. You can tell the age of it. It was just really, really old. But falling apart, so it wasn't any good for anybody, you know. This page here, if you could feel it, it almost has a fabric texture to it. It was a very vintage book. Wasn't in the best of shape, but I got some good pages out of it, and it was a big book, so I think I actually had to cut, I had to cut quite a bit off to be able to fit it in here. But really tough stuff. I fussy cut him because I liked him. I put him on here. Now that was a job, fussy cutting that, but I loved it. See, I tell you, we have a thing about foxes. See? But isn't that pretty? Don't ask me to tell you what book that was. Boys will be boys. Both her babies are boys. Look at that. Love that. And then I think that's about it. Yeah. Love that too. This page actually just opens up. It's from another children's book, music book. Her oldest son loves outdoors and will go out and play for hours and hours and come back and show his mama all the little slugs and snails and dead bugs and stuff he finds. So this was quite appropriate. And I just absolutely love this page and had to have it in here somewhere. It's just beautiful. And I love that. Love that. There's the other half of that page. Color green. Just because. And that's about it. This page, I found this in one of the children's books, and I cut it out and put it in here because it's just kind of symbolic with her oldest child and her youngest, who is now able to sit in a high chair. So it's kind of like the two of them, and I just loved it. So this is the book I made for my daughter, and I'm also giving her, I made a little folder out of one of these pages Really tough. It's just really tough. So I just made kind of some pockets, and I'm giving her snippets of papers that can go in there. A bunch more like the cutoffs and stuff of everything I put in there. And then plus I have other random bits of things that she can use. More vintage papers. Love this guy. Some more envelopes of different colors. More of the word snippets. I have a bunch of them that are kind of appropriate that she might like. The sayings. I got those at a yard sale one time. A whole box of them. I mean, just like a few hundred of them. And I think I paid like $1 for it. Little envelopes. Love this. The little frog driving the car. And this little guy. I made it to where she can make it a pull down or something if she wants to, because he's just cute. And then just some other cards that might be interesting for her to use. Can't even remember where I got the dinosaur. Oh, got the dinosaur cards from the thrift store. Yep. So this is one part of my Christmas gift to my daughter, my youngest daughter, who enjoys journaling. She does her own style, and it's different than what I do, but she has thoroughly enjoyed using her Christmas journal, so I'm hoping she'll like this one too. So anyway, hopefully I'll actually get the nerve up to put this video up, and hopefully it doesn't look terrible with this terrible lighting. But this is my gift to my youngest daughter. So may God bless you and keep you safe.